Hello and Freedom Friday. Happy Freedom Friday to all of my Aquarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Aquarius. The energy has already been cleared. All of the questions have been asked in prayer about you all before I even lay these cards out on the table. So let's get into it, Aquarius. Let's see what your cards have to say. Happy Freedom Friday to each and every one of you all, Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let us see, let us see, let us see, Aquarius. Aquarius. I know y'all told me y'all like my singing voice, so I'm going to sing some more for you all. Right. Happy Freedom Friday to each and every one of you all. It's the first of the month. First of the month, right? 1st of December. So countdown. That's right. Countdown, right? Countdown to the new year. If you all haven't had a chance to go watch your 6-month prediction video. As a matter of fact, there's a free one below each one of these videos right here. It was from September the 1st through January 21st. January 24th. 31st, for those of you all who haven't seen the video. Don't forget to check it out, Aquarius. We also will have one from January 2024 to July 2024 on the Patreon side. So, all right, Aquarius, let's do it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see what's coming up. We are still in a cycle. Happy waning gibbous moon. That's right. Happy waning gibbous moon. The moon is definitely moving from Cancer. You already have those questions. Into Leo. So I'm going to give you the questions for Leo. Here we have the Emperor card. Here we also have the Fool card. We also have the Three of Cups for you all, Aquarius. We also have the 5 of Cups. And then we also have the King of Cups. And then we also have the Knight of Cups. Some energies definitely feel foolish about you, Aquarius. So some energies definitely feel like they made the wrong decision. They definitely felt like, man, I wish I could roll back the hands of time. But remember, time is relative, right? So you're not on this frequency where you're kind of wishing you could necessarily go back in time, Aquarius, but other people are, right? This is a, when we look back at 5 and 8 of Cups right here. When you look at 5 and 8 of Cups, 8 we know now, if you've been tuned into my channel, is there's a light and dark side to all energy, right, Aquarius? So the 8, the light side of the number 8 is you're in your light, you're protected in your light. You know, you have a good product and service, and that good product and service that's going to create an infinite amount of resources for you is your purpose, right? So your gifts are actually making room for you. And in that, your work, you know, definitely you're a cheerful giver for source, right? So you're working for source. And you had to learn how to save yourself. You had to learn how to save yourself, because if you were looking for other people to nurture and protect and make you feel secure, whether it was in a, remember when the moon is, well, when you watch this video, the moon will still be in Cancer, right? So Cancer is the mother of the Zodiac. So you may not have felt nurtured, protected, and secure from, you know, family members or people you were married to, or friendships, or any of those things. When you worked really hard to make sure other people that had access to you felt protected and secure, it may not have been returned, right? So instead of you feeling like you were the fool or you made a mistake, Source is saying release all of that. Just learn how to leave some bridges burned. You know, let people who manipulated other people and talk negatively about you, it's released. Just release it, because that would be holding space. You're trying to get ready for a whole new year. This is a whole new month. If you're watching this on the 1st, you know, or if you're watching in the latter part of the day, wherever you are, you're saying, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, it's after a certain time of the day. It might as well be the 1st of the month, right? So starting right now, wherever you are, starting right now, I'm not looking for somebody to save me. I'm not looking for a knight in shining armor. I had to learn how to save myself when there were people who were committed to believing certain things about me, and nothing that I could say or do would convince them otherwise. So you know what? I learned how to save myself, and I've learned how to gain my own wisdom. So Source is saying some people were committed to landing on the dark side of 4. This is the 4th card in tarot. You were committed to landing on the bright side of 4 and saying, hey, I'm still a divine being of light who had a human experience, and it is what it is, right? So yeah, congratulations to you all, Aquarius. Congratulations, congratulations, right? So yeah, you're definitely grateful for the past to be behind you. You all are healers. I love it. I love it. I love it, Aquarius. I love it. You all are healers, 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 healers. And I'm seeing this. This is right here. Healers need healing too, right? So take your time, Aquarius. You are a healer. It looks like somebody is like funny. Somebody is very witty, smart. Obviously, you all are, you know, the sharpest knives in the drawer for real. But yeah, you're very, very smart. You're funny. You have this very joyous. That's why we see so much water here in the cards. Here we also have the Six of Cups and also the Ace of Cups. Source is saying protect your creativity. Protect your joy, right? You're smart. You're funny. You all are, you love to learn, Aquarius. And guess what? You got a little stump there. You poured a lot of energy into, you know, just toxic energies. You know, you poured a lot. And Source is saying this is you now. Three of Wands. Motivating a lot of people. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Part of your legacy wealth. You and whomever, you know, you may be meeting someone, a love interest. And it may not even be a love interest for some of you. Or for some of you all, it could just be a person who... It could literally be a person that you're going into business with, right? This is not always romantic interest. It could be literally a business partner that you're saying, hey, I have all these creative ideas. Can you help me bring them to life? They're probably like, yep, I certainly can. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. So something having to do with, I see you, wait a minute, let me hold on. This is breakthrough. This is motive. You're going to start asking yourself, why did I pour so much water into, like so much water trying to clear off things, like letting stuff get me hot and bothered and upset and stressed out? Why did I pour so much water into that? Moving forward, right? Remember, we're moving towards, we're in a waning gibbous moon phase and getting ready, Aquarius, to close out a cycle. We haven't even gotten to the last quarter moon phase. So yeah, Aquarius, so when I look at your cards and I look at, let's turn everything around here. And I look at all of what you've gone through, Aquarius. I look at all this water that you poured out to make sure everybody else feels good with where they are in their journey. And again, you know, just like I said, somebody dealt with definitely a master manipulator who you felt, to some degree, somebody may have thought with age equated to wisdom. But really what it was is, here we have this legacy wealth, you know, you may have been manipulated too. So like, again, I'm not putting anybody in victim mode whatsoever, but Source is saying somebody definitely may have felt like they made a foolish mistake, you know, in the past and trusting certain types of energies. But some people are just very creative, very, very creative. Remember when we're talking about water, we're talking about sensuality, sexuality, wide range of emotions, joy, things that bring you joy, which the joy inside of you, obviously the world didn't give you, didn't take it away from you, those kind of things. So all this creativity you're now putting into music. Somebody has something to do with music. Maybe somebody's a DJ. I don't know. Maybe somebody's a DJ, but I do see a breakthrough coming through, right? Maybe somebody loves music. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you like to sing, you know, those kind of things. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is your legacy wealth I'm seeing here, Aquarius. And again, you're just inspiring so many other people. Here we have the Three of Wands as well. And like I said before, I definitely see you, Aquarius, on a different path here. I'm telling you that next year, well, this year, you know, some people are just ready for this year to be over. But I'm telling you, there are going to be a lot of people that look at you and say, wow, I really wish I had someone like Aquarius. That's why I said, not only just like friendships, things are going to start flowing to you like a water, Aquarius, because it was the overthinking that was evaporating your water real quick, right? Your creativity really quick. When you think about all the times you cried, all the times you got angry, all of those emotions you may have poured out to energies that was my way or the highway, or, you know, caring about what people think. Remember, all of that was right in the sacral chakra energy, that sacral chakra. And so this just been replaced. You're saying no more codependency, no more interacting with energies that, you know, are hell bent on stressing you out. And a lot of you all are now replacing all of that water that you may have poured out, Aquarius, with other things. Some of it is like with water watsu. Some of you all are replacing it with juice fast. Some of you all are, you know, replacing it with hip opening yoga poses. Some of you all are replacing it with sacred sex, some kind of emotional release, because the energies that you poured out in the past either had codependency, They had lack of emotional control. They may have caused you to even have bladder problems. Some of those energies caused spiritual dehydration. They were resistant to change. That's why you got this, I'm not budging. It's my way or the highway. I'm going to manipulate as many people as possible until you allow that element to consume them. Somebody lied their way into, you know, like I said, whatever happened, right? You dealt with, you know, some energies that had fertility issues. And when I say fertility issues, so that we're crystal clear about fertility issues, I'm talking about growth with their own money, growth with their own creativity. You know, it's like being around people who you're starting to see your career take off. And as much as you want the best for them, for their career to take off, it doesn't take off. So all of a sudden, let's see what we can do to manipulate Aquarius to feel bad about their career taking off, whatever that career may be, you know, whatever it may be. So like I said before, you see this color yellow right here, like the sun. Somebody is definitely operating in their purpose, in their sun, right? So when we talk about sun, we're talking about your creative life force, your purpose. You know, when you say, oh, Team Aquarius, yeah, Team Aquarius, you're proud to be an Aquarius, right? That's your sun sign. But I'm talking to you if you have Aquarius anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, but anywhere in your birth chart. Let's keep it going. Here we have the Fool card again, King of Coins. Here we have the 8 of Coins, the 5 of Coins, the 6 of Cups, and also the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. Yep. Consistently, this card keeps coming out. This card right here. This is it. You got the two of the wealthiest cards in the deck. And so right now, remember, that's why Source wants you to, you know, really close out this cycle strong, Aquarius, because these 8 of Coins right here lets me know that there's a lot of information coming through. Guess what? 2 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. I mean, excuse me, 2 and 8 is what? 10, right? So Source is saying something having to do with your music is part of this, your legacy wealth, right? Whether it's you that's a musician, or you could have kids that are musicians, or something having to do with your legacy. Somehow your name is going to be brought forward, Aquarius, in this legacy wealth. And this is it right here, King of Coins. So lots of things are happening with you all, Aquarius. It could even be a sibling that you're really, really close with that could, again, something having to do with the music, you know, is going to put a lot of money in your pocket. So here we have, but see, you don't get to King of Coins with just like, you don't get to King or Queen of your throne without a lot of wisdom and knowledge and those things either. Here we have the 2 of Swords. The Sword says, take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off so you can enjoy life. It was meant for you to, like I said before, to inspire people, to take the bricks that were thrown at you and build organizations, to take the lemons that were thrown at you and build lemonade. Here we have the 5 of Coins, right? So you or somebody tied to you, because this is like, you got 5 of Coins, could be emotionally wounded when it comes to your wealth. And Source is saying to you, if loved ones are determined to keep other people connected to them, that's distracting them from their wealth. Again, Source is saying, here we have the Fool card. So in both your personal and your professional life, somebody may have felt foolish both in their personal and professional life. But Source is saying here we had the 6 of Cups twice. Operating childlike faith. That's right, operating childlike faith. You're going through a major rebirth here. And rebirths, I'm telling you, if you can think about when you hear people talking about, I'm about to put out this book, or I'm about to put out this music project, or I feel like I'm on a verge of something happening. It is happening, Aquarius. And so the types of thoughts you have, since you all are the smartest sign in the Zodiac, just cerebral signs in general. That's all air signs. That's you, Libra, Gemini are all cerebral signs. Cerebral signs in general. You don't want to let your mouth and your actions cause you to fall on your own sword, because you having all of these hurt thoughts from the past keep trying to resurface and those kind of things. So Source is saying, when you have a negative thought, especially now since this cycle, we had a full moon in Gemini, and Gemini, like you, is a very cerebral sign. And all these messages are coming through. What you say out of your mouth, you are manifesting. This is a very powerful manifesting time, because Gemini is a communication planet. And what kind of messages are you send out to the universe? And that's what Source is trying to tell you, is like, you know, if there's something that's causing some kind of, you feel like emotionally depleted, and you feel like, okay, I need to get near some water so I can recharge and reset. then do what you need to do. I need to drink some water so I can flush out any toxins in my body, so it's going to prevent me from eating, or at least when I feel like, okay, I do some kind of emotional eating or picking up a, a cigarette or whatever, you feel like, okay, I'm stressed out. Source is saying, hey, get near some water. Say your prayers. Thanks, Source. Stay in the posture of gratitude, because some major blessings are coming your way. And some people feel that. Somebody is feeling some kind of way about things happening for you. And somebody, let me help some. Let me slow down for a second. Some people are telling some of your ex-friends and people that are no longer like excommunicated out of your universe, Aquarius, that some people fumbled the ball big time. I remember, I think, Aquarius, I was telling you at one time that somebody was friends with somebody and they reached out to somebody's ex on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, by the way, but somebody, one of your friends, you thought they was your friend, reached out to one of your exes that you told them that you had a really, really difficult time with, reached out to that ex. And don't be surprised if you have a dream about them this week, because they are really feeling like, man, I don't have Aquarius' number anymore. I wish I could reach back out to Aquarius. And Source has been having you somewhere for healing. That's right. Healing from a whole bunch of stuff. Downloads coming through. Just giving you a chance to reset. So, like I said before, Source is just continuing to clear the path. That's why you see so much water here, because Source is just clearing the path for you. So as far as any kind of emotional wounding as it relates to two types of energies, Sources said you're already in your vault door. You're already in your vault door. All you have to do is open your mouth and say, Source, thank you for the exodus strategy out of something. And that could just even mean something as small as, expose me to myself, expose everybody around me, give me an exodus strategy. That could be something as simple as somebody saying to you, I need to move on. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever people are saying. Source is saying, the Fool card came out 3 times. You feel changed, liberated, and free. Looks like from 3 situations in particular. It's over. Something that was like a scorpion sting to somebody, Source is saying it is over. You definitely have a guardian angel, someone who transitioned. You may feel lucky, but it's really, really not luck. Just so we're crystal clear, Aquarius, it is the hard work and energy you put into things when there were energies with setting traps to try to hurt you. And like I said before, you never know how Source brought things back around to make sure you get an opportunity to continue moving on with your life. It is not luck at all. It's not. It really isn't luck. You were born to inspire. And so Source is saying, see how these people right here, they're looking forward. This is a turning point in your life. And Source continues to send messages through to you. Here you are on your throne, king of your throne when it comes to king of wisdom, both in your personal and your professional life. And this is just, all of this is humility, for real. This is you just saying, I feel humbled by... When you look at something that could have happened that took somebody's joy between the ages of 8 and 14, what we're dealing with here, because we're talking about all this water somebody has poured out to things, right? You could have been pouring out water. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm saying here, Aquarius. Trigger warning. Gary talk about family. Trigger warning. You can turn the camera off if you want to, right? I could either say, I can even put it here, or I feel like I can say it here on YouTube, because there's other stuff I can't say on this side that I can say on Patreon side. So, hopefully, like I said, trigger warning. I feel like looking at your cards here, Aquarius, somebody may have maybe witnessed a lot of stuff growing up, and you could have poured out a lot of emotions. See, where's the card? As a healer, if you saw a lot of stuff growing up, like let's say you had a lot of stuff going on in your neighborhood, it caused you a lot of tears, a lot of frustration. You could have saw a lot of stuff going on in your house that caused you to just really want to absorb people's pain, even as a child, Aquarius. And I hope this isn't triggering anybody. And that's just been your heart your whole life. And that could have put you on a path to wanting to sing, wanting to dance, do some kind of artistic something, because that was just a form of expression, some kind of artistic expression for you. It's just like, okay, let me paint it out. Like I'm saying all of this, some of the most beautiful paintings are birthed from pain. Some stuff that some people saw that they just could not really... They couldn't articulate it with their mouth. They had to paint, or they had to sing. Like you hear some people sing, they have so much expression in their voice. It's just so much. You can tell they've gone through it. It's not, they're not just singing lyrics. somebody sat down with them and helped them write a song, and something was like, oh my God, you know, they said exactly how it just, they just put that expression in the song. So like I said before, yeah, Aquarius. So whatever it was that you saw growing up between ages of 8 and 14 years old, you poured a lot into a lot of people. It's like you just wanted people to stop hurting, and all of that is coming back to you. And so it made you easily manipulated, even as an adult, for some of you all, because all somebody had to do is give you a story about something that happened to them, or with how they grew up, or with how they what they witnessed. And sources saying, and that was just hook, line, and sinker for somebody. So here we have, but they showed you, they did not show you that same compassion. So here we have the 3, Ace, and 10 of Pentacles. And so 3 lets me know that everything is lining up perfectly as far as your money is concerned. So somebody could definitely be going into a leadership position at work. This is something you worked really hard for. You got this out of the muds. Nobody handed anything to you. You weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And here we have double 10 of Pentacles. So when I look at your cards here, and source is telling you that it's so much legacy wealth, you know, coming your way, it's not even funny, whether it's you and your sister or brother, or siblings, because we're talking about family, right? Or it's you. And sometimes in families, you know, sometimes it seems like, you know, it's just 1 or 2 people that get all the gifts and that kind of stuff. Because it looks like you have a lot of gifts here, Aquarius. But it also looks like that gift was passed across to maybe a sibling, or it could have been down to your children, or down to somebody. It was passed. It is a lot of wealth here. Here we also have the Queen of Wands. I do see somebody feeling very, very happy, charismatic, and free. Here we also have the Queen of Hearts. This is, again, with your compassion. You definitely have a great deal of compassion for people. But I do see you putting a manhole cover over your past and moving on. Here we also have the King of Spades, right? So you're on your throne. You're on your throne when it comes to your money. You're on your throne when it comes to your emotions, your thoughts, and then also on your throne for your spirituality, and you're taking action. So again, keep a great mood. Wherever you go, Aquarius, no matter what kind of dreams you had the night before, thank Source for them. Don't forget to journal. All of those things. Here are your questions for the moon in Leo. Here are the questions for the moon in Leo. So we can go ahead and close this out. First question is, do you connect to your core or center? Do you connect to your core or your center daily? That would be like leg lifts. That would be like crunches, you know, that kind of stuff. Some people sit in a chair and raise their legs. You're trying to get that core. That's where you're moving from this action. You're right up under your breastplate, right? Second question is, do you express your creative side? That's all of this right here. Are you expressing yourself creative? Do you get up and dance in the middle of the floor and everybody else is just sitting around? Do you just dance? You know, you feel the music? Do you start moving your hips, you know, your head? You start popping your fingers? Do you start singing, whether you can sing or not? Do you just love creativity? Do you go to the museum, right? Do you take advantage of free arts in your city or wherever you are? The third question is your current wardrobe really expressing who you are? The fourth question is, do you protect your energy and time by politely saying no to requests and invitations that are not aligned to your being? The fifth question is, could you create more time and space for self-exploration and self-expression? Yeah. I say you're being around a lot of creative spirits. But here we have affirmations for freedom. I am free to be me. I am free to live fully. I am present in this moment. I am not bound by my circumstances. I am stronger than fear or doubt. I have the power to create a new reality. That's it, Aquarius. That is it. Let's see if we can get your number, and let's go ahead and close this out. Yeah. So Source is definitely getting you ready for all the resources that you need to create a much better life for yourselves, Aquarius. And like I said before, you know, 13, I am confident. So you are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. Remember, 1 and 3 is 4. Remember I said 4 is the earth number. I said this very early on in your reading when we're looking at the Emperor card, which is the 4th card in the deck. The number 4, like I said before, is the earth number. The light side of 4 is I'm still a divine being of light who's having a human experience across all of the elements, across my earth / time / money, across my water / my emotions and my creativity, across my air, which is my power and my intellect, so my thoughts, right? I don't feel powerless anymore. I now know what my purpose is, right? And then your fire, which is your spirituality, and then where you need to take action, right? So when I'm praying over your cards, before I lay your cards out for a reading, before I turn the camera on, those of you all who were with me from the very beginning will hear my prayer before. And I said, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and pray over everybody's cards before I turn the camera on. So that way we can just go right into your reading and read your cards. So those of you all who have been with me for a while know. People who may be new don't know that. But nevertheless, this is a great spread of cards for you. And so just be confident that, guess what? That was a part of a human experience, the manipulation, but it takes you all the way back to the ages between 8 and 14, where you are still learning, where you're just learning really how to get in touch with your emotions, like connect with those emotions. So if you saw a lot of abuse, for instance, or you saw a lot of codependency, or you saw some things having to do with sexuality and sensuality that weren't necessarily healthy, this is not in a judgment way. When I mean that, let's say, for instance, you saw, someone, again, trigger warning, when we're talking about sensuality, sexuality, joy, all of those things. So turn the camera off if this is not what you want to hear. Like, for instance, if you grew up in a neighborhood and you saw, a pimp beating up a prostitute or something like that growing up, and you wanted to help her or him, whoever was, or you felt like somebody was being trafficked or something like that, sources saying to you that you could have poured out so much crying. I wish, I could help that person. Or let's say, for instance, you had a friend that you went to school with and they never had lunch money, right? And you felt like I always got to share my lunch with them. I mean, like those are very real things that kids go through. So when parents tell their kids, oh, what you got to worry about? You all you have to do is go to school. I got to keep the lights on and pay the bills and so on and so forth. There are some kids that are dealing with that at school and can't articulate that. It's like my best friend came to school and their clothes were dirty, or they didn't even have money for lunch, those kind of things. And so you could have been pouring out a lot where you had money to go to camp and had money to take the bus across the city or wherever you were to a different school, and, where you didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff that other kids had to deal with. So sources saying, now that you are at a place, Aquarius, where you're able to have the resources to help people, believe it or not, you're helping those. If, let's say, you went to school with kids that didn't have lunch money or whatever, you're able to help the same types of spirits even right now today, and knows what the resources are with your compassion. So like I said before, leave the past in the past. There's a lot of people who really wish they could have access to you right now in Aquarius, but you've decided to just go ahead and move on. If they had just one more day with you, that's why you see this death card. And when you see this, here's your ancestors cheering you on, happy. Because if they had one more day with you, Aquarius, to say, you know what, I really wish I had done things differently. I wish I would have seen you differently. I wish I would have heard you, paid attention to you, Aquarius. Then that's how it would have been. But unfortunately, that's not it. You had to move on and stay laser focused. That is what I have for you. And I will see you all on Sunday. Again, happy Freedom Friday. If you're watching this on the 1st of the month, happy 1st of the month. Like I said, we're counting down. If you haven't had a chance to go watch the other prediction video on the other channel, feel free to do that. Some of the things that you all can do during this waning gibbous moon and start your process of repelling and cleansing away negative energy, including negative self-talk, the stuff that you're putting out into the universe. It's best for you to say, Source, expose me to me. If there's any negative self-talk in me, around me, let me flush all of that out. If I don't have anything to say positive, help me remove that from myself so I can finish my task here on this planet. Because the truth of the matter is that nobody knows how long they have to live. That is the truth. That is the God's honest truth. You don't know if the next inhale, that may be the last one, or the next exhale. So now that you say, okay, I feel like, And Source is saying, I'm giving you some time to move on from some things so that Source can give you the resources that you need to help make other people's lives brighter. I'll see you all on Sunday. Bye.